Hey guys, welcome back to Project Universal, and we are here over the concrete slab for what is going to be, honestly this time, a real quick update. You can see over the core zone we have nothing apart from a load of joyrider marks on the field. There isn't anything going on right now at the core zone. It is a bit windy today, so I was not going to make a video, but I'm happy with the conditions as they stand to whiz around the field quickly. So we're going to have a real quick look at what is just becoming the centre of the screen now. See that there? Whatever that is what we're going to zoom in on and have a look. Oh, it's that drilling rig. It's still set up on site. I don't know what they are looking for over there. But they have been in this area now for a number of weeks. So obviously they're there now, and a few weeks ago they were. Oh God, I make myself that sound silly now because I can't find the position that they were in. Maybe that was it. Maybe they're in the same position. Let's go backwards a little bit. I'm sure that there was another place. Maybe that was the place. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. Oh no. There it is. Okay, so they were looking here. Actually, as they're not here, if we zoom right out, so I got a better visual, because there's a hedgerow in front of me, so I can see the drone just fine, but I can't see that fencing, if that makes sense to you. I'm going to come down as low as I can to stay within the drone code, and then we'll zoom in and see if, let's zoom in now and see what we can see on, look, they've got some kind of piping in there, a lot of muck that's come out the ground. I wonder if this has anything to do with the excuse me, with the delivery that happened the other day. Now I've got some photos of the pallets. I want you to tell me what that is. I will put them in I'll put them on Facebook, but I've also created on my website now, which is projectuniversal.uk. I now have the ability, because a lot of people over on YouTube and Twitter said, we're not on Facebook, and we'd like to see the sort of photographs and that. So I have been looking into a way to doing it, and I finally have kind of released a version of it. I say released, it's just WordPress and a load of plugins, so I haven't made it myself. I've just put the package together. Anyway, point is, hopefully, let me just go up a little bit. Hopefully you guys will, I can ping it all to everyone. That's the point. I can send it to Blue Sky, I send it to Threads, I can send it to YouTube community posts, and I can send it to, what's the other one, Twitter, from a single post. So makes my life easier. I don't mind writing 2 posts. What I didn't want to do was having to write 5 versions of the same thing. I know you can copy and paste it, but sometimes the formatting don't look great or whatever. And you can't fit so many words in Twitter. So now the website will automatically send a good chunk of the text to Twitter, for example, with a link back so you can read the rest of the article without being behind a Facebook login wall. That's the point I'm trying to make. So hopefully, get over there, add it to your bookmarks, projectuniversal.uk, and when anything decent happens, I'll post there. But yeah, I don't know what these guys are searching for. There's one there they've already done, or is that just a piece of metal on the floor? You see under that scaffolding there, it looks like it could just be a piece of metal on the floor, or it could be a hole. But they're certainly drilling down deep. Look how much they've got in that trailer. They've got loads of, or is that scaffold? No, I don't know. And they've got a blue end there. You see that on the floor? That looks like the capping that goes on there. It could well be. There's the stuff that I was talking about on the pallets. Can you see that there? I'm a bit zoomed in on digital zoom here, so it's not going to be great. But like I say, I'll get some photos up on the various. I'll get the photos up on my website. So look out for the link on your favourite, whatever socials you use, and then follow that link back to the website to see the photographs. Because sometimes they post. Sometimes they post the photos, sometimes they don't. For example, I don't think YouTube posts the photos when I synchronize it. Still working it out. Still working it out at the moment. Let's have a look. What's that there below that post? Just some grass because of the wire there. Let's see if there's anything happening in a Digital Dan. Digital Dan land. Nothing. That's his studio there. Nothing going on there. For the field. As you can see, there isn't really anything going on over here. Back to that machine. Sorry. What do we think they're looking for? Could they be looking for bedrock? That's one thing that's been sort of thrown around, that they're looking for bedrock. Because it is quite clayey here. But people say, oh, they're not going to build a roller coaster because it's clay. I mean, everyone knows it's clay here. They used to dig clay out for bricks, so it's pretty obvious that it's a clay. You know, before they made the purchase, I'm pretty sure they dug a little hole or at least, you know, checked it out. So I think we can disregard them not building a roller coaster because it's clay. I think that's BS. Now, so they could be looking to find out where the level of bedrock is. Maybe there's a particularly deep part just there, or they could be looking for a water supply. So they could be looking for what they call aquifers. Is that the word? I don't know. I don't know the. I don't know, you know, how these things work, but that could be a potential thing. What they're looking for, some sort of water source, a well, not a natural spring. What is that? What do they call it? Is it just a spring? Is it spring? Which is the one? I think spring water is the one that can come up of a. Natural mineral water is obviously natural mineral water. It is as it sounds, but spring water has slightly different meaning from natural mineral water. So spring water can be tapped, I think, but as long as it comes from the ground, then they can call it spring water. I don't know. We're getting way too deep in here at the moment. Let's point away from the sun because it's very gloomy and dark. It's not actually as gloomy as it looks on the camera. I don't know if I've got the. Let's just see what's in my ND filter box. Do I have an ND filter on the camera? No, all the ND filters are here, so we must not have it. It just looks gloomy today. Well, jazz that up a bit post. Right, let's go and have a look at a quick look at the concrete slab. See what's going on over there. So I'm just going to stop a sec. Now, if we look in the bottom right of the screen, we can see the houses. That little bunch there, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 houses there in a little terrace. Those 4 now are owned. We know they're owned by Universal. And Wandering Northerner, who is our Manor Road expert, he said in one of his posts that in the paperwork somewhere, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't read all that paperwork. I mean, can you not blame me? 10,000 pages of boredom. You know, I'm not going to do it. I'm a picture man. I'll look at the pictures and I'll ooh and ah at the pictures and then I'll move on. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so somewhere buried in that, Wandering Northerner said that it says that they can't knock them down unless they own a block. So the reason I'm so tight on the corner there is because people live in the next block. I'm going to give you a quick flick, so you see the other blocks there. Now some of them are still occupied, so they can't knock them down, but they can knock down those first ones in the bottom corner there because they own them all apparently. I wonder what the plan is exactly. So below us will be a roundabout. Now, we discussed this at the pub last night. I went to the pub with University Bedford and some fella from Twitter. And we were talking about, you know, where do we think is going to be the first thing to get built. I just spent all that time avoiding the Manor Road houses, and then I pointed the camera right at them. I do apologise. Anyway, I've said I think the absolute first thing that's going to get built will be the road that runs parallel to the railway line there. If you look on the plans, you'll see there's a bird there. Or is that? Have I just spat on the screen? No, it's definitely a bird. It's not. The drone's actually above me, so we're good. I think the road will be built because the transport hub down there and the site here, they're going to want to get, just come back a bit more, they're going to want to get from concrete slab here to over there, yeah? And they're going to build a road that runs parallel to the railway line. So it would make sense to build your temporary road where you're going to build your main road, yeah? Because they'll put the various layers on, but they won't, you know, finalise the tarmac in. If you've ever been on a new build estate, you'll know that the roads are 90% complete, but they haven't got their nice smooth coating on the top, and that's because machines will run up and down it and just, you know, trash the final surface. So I think that's probably what they'll do here. They'll lay the road running alongside, all the way up there alongside the track to the next roundabout that will be roughly slightly before that. I think my phone's, do you ever get that when your phone is in your pocket and it's getting hot and you open your phone out and the camera's on? I think that's just happened to me. Yeah, it was. The camera was on for some reason. I don't know how that happens. Anyway, back to what we were saying. I think that's what they'll do. I think they'll put a road there. It just makes sense, you know. If you want to do everything, I'm very much a I like everything to be efficient in my life. I don't like any inefficiency. I don't like double lifting. I don't like anything like that. I try and keep it all out, and I just want to be efficient. So, except when I'm talking to you guys and waffling, because then I'll just bounce from one thing to another, and I'm very inefficient. But trust me, this is not the way I run my life. Yeah, I think they'll put the road in there because they can just make up a certain amount of it and then not put the top layer on, basically, and it will just work perfectly for everyone to get up and down the site. Right, swiftly moving on. God, what a waffle we've had today. And I did say this was going to be a fairly short video, but we're already at, you know, we're already over 10 minutes. Let's get the Manor Road houses out of the shot, and we'll go down to, I haven't used the zoom much because I find it's a lot much nicer. It's a Sunday today, by the way, so there's no one here. I find it much better camera, this is. So we can get in real close now. Let's just have a look at Skipwatch. There's all the stuff that got delivered the other day. There's the, we'll zoom in a little bit. There's the rocket launchers in there. No, they're not really. I don't know what they are. Why are they in such nice casing? You know, it's all Skipwatch. So whatever Jewson's delivered has been used up completely by the looks of it. We've got this stuff. What is that for? Now that's what they had by those, what does that say? Sealing pellets. Sealing pellets. I don't know what that does. But there you have it. That's what they had delivered. Lots of blue pipes. And that looks like tubs. Is that tubs? Because I know they put some things in tubs. An unknown substance in that one. No, that just looked like, is that pea shingle maybe? 10mm gravel? It looks smaller than 10mm gravel actually. It's southern fried chicken pasta. There you go. You hear it here first at Project Universal. What's in the red bags? Cement, multi-sem cement. And then there's some more caps. Oh look, there's fresh caps. So they must be, at very least, planning on doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more drills or holes, whatever you want to call it, somewhere. So they're far from finished, aren't they? They're going to be around here for a long, 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 long time. Or at least till, you know, the rest of the summer. Maybe, I don't think they want to be doing that in the winter time. That'll be all sticky and muddy and horrible. But I'm surprised the wind hasn't took me out of the sky, to be honest. It's really calmed down. I must have come out just at the right time. I'm just going to take a quick peek over here because I'm not in the right position to go much further than the concrete slab. So we just want to have a gander. There's that's really messy, guys. Come on, you can do a better job than that. Put them in straight line at least. That's going to give me nightmares. No, nothing going on over there. Oh, there is. Oh, breaking news. He's ploughing the field. You know what that means. Nothing is happening over here. I'll have to get some photos of this. This is the lake zone, and there will be another crop on the lake zone. Officially, you've heard it here first. Project Universal coming at ya. I was doing that hand thing, you know, I used to do in the 80s. Booyaka. There you go. They're going to be planting a crop on the lake zone. It makes sense, really. They could probably plant crops there for the next 5 years. It's not going to get in anyone's way. They must have now done all the testing that they want to do on that zone, on the lake zone. And now they're prepping for, yeah, I'm glad we got some breaking news. God, I thought today was going to be just another incredibly boring thing. Oh, that's just a fisherman. This is always going to be, for now, Universal don't own this lake and it's a fishing lake, so you do get lots of people out there. I think you can drive most places around that lake, but that's cool. Right, let's get out of here. You are fully up to date now. Project Universal has, I don't know why I keep saying my name like I'm the third person. Right, let's finish up. Thank you very much for joining. Don't forget, I'm now going to start putting stuff across all the different social medias via Project Universal UK. So if you do see a post and it's missing, you know, some text or whatever, because I don't think, like Twitter, it won't fit all the whole post on. Then there should be a link. You can go there, or just add it to your bookmarks and pop on once a week or something, and just stay up to date. Really, basically, I'll just kind of repeat the stuff that's on Facebook there. Yeah, that's about it. There was a car there earlier on, but it's gone. No, it's still there. I just was like wondered if that was another person that's doing a video, but I couldn't see anyone. You see the trees falling down now in here. You used to be able to. Let's just go down a bit and we can let's get Manor Road houses out of the shot. I mean, you could easily just back up and watch them if you really, really wanted to look in someone's back garden, but I do try not to stick them in. Now, just here, you used to walk in there. You see this lighter coloured tree? That's actually fallen over and blocked the way. So you can't just, I used to be able to come up on my bike and just cycle straight down there and into the field, but you can't now. You've got to climb over a load of logs and stuff, which is a shame, really. I don't think they're going to cut it either, because it kind of works in their favour to keep people like me out. And, well, it won't keep me out, but it will keep, me being efficient and cycling in there. Yeah, because the other end's about here. This is where you'd pop out, where that blue thing is. But you can't do it anymore, really. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully something will start happening soon. And if not, we'll just keep doing the same old. Ta-da.